welcome to the second part of our F1 career, or championship thing, with the Williams cars. As we start off in Imola. As we already are on a blasting start here. This video went a lot better than I expected, especially Monaco. I got 2 wins this video, so I'm at a total of 3 overall, coming to the 3rd video when we do that. Whenever the Supercross track's actually released, which I think they released, I'm just reading it wrong. If I am reading it wrong, then I'm gonna have that series pop up soon with the 450s, and that's it. Because I've already done the motocross tracks. So obviously I passed everybody but Verstappen. This is the one race, or one of the races that I lost, due to Verstappen just being too good. I get so close to him, and like I've done before when I get close to these guys, I screw up. If I don't get them within like half a second on the last lap, I just can't get to them. And there I almost got myself a penalty by getting the corner. This is relax the penalties, I won't get one. But I do get one later in the video, as we almost have Verstappen, but we overcooked that corner into the sand, and that really is what destroyed our chances of getting him. So we get second here at Imola.
Okay, pick up rubber.
Which is very great for me, because that keeps my points lead all the way up for Monaco, which didn't go as well. But it still went decently, because I still was able to at least finish the race, which is always a nice sign. I think this is Max's 3rd win now. I think Perez and him have only 3, while everybody else has 2 or less. So now we're at Monaco. And everything that happens that screwed me to the end happens on lap 1. Because it's also raining, which is just amazing. It's great.
Okay, but I'm there.
Also, don't worry about the commentary. I swear I pressed mute. I feel like my controller is just broken at this point. Because I remember looking down and the controller's thing is orange. So I'm pretty sure PlayStation is ripping me off right now. Now we get behind Russell. Then we go move over to what happened later on that first lap. So we're doing fine, you know, we get off the corner really good, and then Piastri just dumps us. Like he puts himself in the wall and then just turns us. I'm not gonna pit, because I'm trying to make it to the end with as much positions as possible, because I'm trash and wetter in every single game that I play. Surprisingly, I was able to make it through Miami. Probably because it's a lot wider of a street course. This thing is very tight. You can also see Hulkenberg is one of the, I think, 3 drivers that started on intermediates. Also, you see me kind of cutting the corners, but that's just because I'm trying to stay in front of Hulkenberg, and there's a short track on a part of the track that I remember that I can actually gain on them, and I believe it's the chicane, because I absolutely killed him during the chicane, and then the left turn after it, even with my front wing being absolutely destroyed. My goal was either to keep the top 10 or stay in front of Hulkenberg. Because everybody in this series so far has had a bad race, and this is one of mine. Like Sainz is having another bad race after winning already 3 races. So me having a bad race is nothing to it. I believe I missed the corner. Yeah, I missed a corner a lot there. That was horrendous. But then this lap, which is the last lap, I do pretty well. Enough to not get a warning. And possibly a penalty, which is great for me, because I did not need that. But Sergio Perez wins Monaco. I was getting Sainz and Perez confused. Sainz has only like 2, I believe. I wish it would tell me like when they show the points names. That'd be great. That's 9th place for us in Monaco. And then we go on to Spain with Barcelona. There you go. The Spanish Grand Prix. I'm stupid, sorry. Grand Prix. Look at that Spain flag right there. We get a decent start. I believe we go low here after we pass. Yeah, we go past Perez and we go low, and then we try to go low underneath Norris, and he lets us in. We back off, make sure we don't get squeezed into the grass and wrecked. Leclerc almost chopped off our front ring completely. Charles Leclerc. Moment with Russell there. I believe this is the race I won because I am on Sainz's back bumper. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm there within lap 3 and I hang with him for a lap or 2, I'm able to pass him. Like, there's no struggle with me with that. It's always when it's like the last lap when I get to him, it's just I can't do it. If I've been sitting there like the Hamilton one with Miami, then yeah, I'm able to pass him because I've sat behind him for so long that I'm that close to just dive bombing it like I did Sainz there. Piastri's in 3rd, Alonso's in 4th, Russell's 5th. I know I haven't talked a lot within that span of the first clip to the 3rd clip, but you know. That was a very bad corner for the last lap. Since we've gotten a little bit of a gap, it doesn't really affect us. Because there is no more DRS sections, even with going to sand there. Now, we move on to another race we did not win. We go on to Montreal. A track that NASCAR used to go to. I hope it comes back to this track because this was my favorite thing watching the Nationwide series. Because this Road America and the Mexico races when I was a kid, even though I barely remember a lot of the moments in those races, were my favorite races to watch. It didn't matter what track it was. I just watched the Nationwide series a lot more than the Cup series, and that's probably justified for now, being that the Xfinity car is better than the Cup car. It's just the drivers are just kind of idiots. If the drivers weren't idiots, that series would flourish. The Truck series is a lost cause, honestly. They should just go back to the short tracks if they want to be like that. You see Alonso block the hell out of me there. I thought I was going to run in the back of him, and then that was not on purpose. We're any Alonso lovers. That was not on purpose. I just misjudged trying to get around them because I was trying to angle the corner right, and right as I moved my joystick, I was hitting the brakes, so I was going straight.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race.
And then we get the fastest lap when the DRS is enabled, and we got Lewis Hamilton right in front of us. The good old British. dive bomb Hamilton here to go past him. And then we almost destroy Russell. I remember that. That was horrendous by me. That was bad by me, by the way. So as you see here on the last lap, I got a 2-second penalty for putting one of the chicanes a little too much. So I just tried my best to stay in front of Russell, because I've already lost Perez. So we eventually do that, and we get second here in Montreal. Almost going too much there.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Now we're at the Austrian Grand Prix with the Red Bull Ring. Another track that I like because of the long straightaways on this track. And they get a little ring, kind of get blocked by Gasly. We just boot him up the racetrack a little bit. And there's 3 wide in front of us. Look at them racing. They're racing like NASCAR drivers up in front of us. Almost touching wheels. On the second lap, we make up to 5th. Then we got Verstappen, Hamilton in front of us. Alonso and Leclerc right behind us. Well, actually, Alonso right behind me. Leclerc is back there with one of the Mercedes. Are the colors of it? I can't tell because the colors are so saturated coming from the PlayStation to the PC for some reason. Like when I bring the files over. Now we got Sainz, which we try to catch again, but this time doesn't go as planned, and he actually wins this race because we're gonna see after this clip of me trying to get to him after getting around Hamilton, Verstappen, and Piastri. So as you're gonna see here, we're right behind Sainz, but there's just not a sharp corner and enough of a braking zone to just dive it underneath him. Like we try right there, but he cuts us off, and I don't want to wreck him, you know. I try to keep it as Formula 1 possible. So we lose that race, we get second, but we are just so damn consistent to the point it doesn't matter. So we can literally lose all these races and literally win the championship. And like we were still leading the championship while losing all these races. And now we're at Silverstone, last win and our last race of the video. Part number 2, races 7 through 12. As we get 4 wide. 2, 3 wide in the corner. Get around all of them. Almost cleared too quickly on the Russell there. And you got Sainz in front of us. And I got Lance Stroll, who doesn't even race anymore because of obvious reasons. Got Alonso right there. And good thing about this race is I caught the top 5 very quick. So we were able to make moves very quickly. Probably didn't need a break there. Later in the race, I took it flat out. Get around Alonso and Norris. Now we just got Hamilton and Perez, which we take a 2-in-1 special here, coming to 2 to go. As we go through these corners, and it's the last chicane that we catch them in and pass them, because we catch them right on the back bumper and we just dive it up the inside on both. Hit the curve a little bit, slide up, crossover again, and back in the lead. And then we just said goodbye ever since after that. As you can tell here, 1 second over Hamilton. Can't even get the DRS, which is not even over here. see a lot better due to this corner. It's a little bit of grass action, but you know, you gotta touch the grass once in a while. I believe we gain a lot down the straightaway since he does not have DRS. Actually, no, our wheels are naturally slower, so they'll gain a little bit, but not as much as DRS. Because now we would have to be swerving all over the racetrack. Last corners, and then we'll come through the last corner, and then we will win at Silverstone. 2 wins in this video, 3 overall, and our championship lead in this season.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
A nearly flawless performance here then. Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.